Hello, English 3U students. Mr. Sisson here. Just want to run you through a few things prior to the end of the course. After this week, there's one more week. With that said, after this unit, all you have left is your culminating assignment. If you aren't aware, the culminating assignment is worth 30% of your mark. At this point in time, Unit 1 and Unit 2 basically make up 50% of the entire mark. I did email every one of you your mark as of right now. That means through Units 1 and 2. I did this because full disclosure is on Friday. And what full disclosure means is that you can drop this course and it won't go on your transcript. So applying to colleges or universities, they won't see that you weren't doing so well in this course, or that you attempted the course and you didn't get the credit. For anybody that has that concern, I strongly suggest that you take that option if you don't think you can complete the rest of the course or the assignments. I emailed everybody, so if you do have questions or concerns, feel free to email me. Next, I wanted to discuss Unit 3. I've noticed that some people are straying from the purpose of each reader's journal. 3A, B, and C more or less show you how to format or build your reader's journal and your synthesis paper. But if you go into 3.1, the main focus of 3.1 is the narrative voice. So when you're doing your reader's journal, the double journal, you want to focus on these questions. Mind you, you can incorporate any observations you make with regard to literary devices or ideas, but be sure that you cover these questions. And before you hand in your synthesis paper, you may want to rethink how you did on your reader's journal. I marked and handed back all of them. So with that said, maybe you didn't do so well on this one. If you go to the next one, your next reader's journal, you scroll down. This will be for chapters 3 and 4. This revolves around conflict. So read over these different types of conflict, and while you're reading chapters 3 and 4, ask yourself these questions. What are the different types of conflict shown in the novella so far? How does the protagonist react to internal and external conflict? When we take a closer look at how the protagonist responds to conflict, we gain a deeper understanding of the protagonist, and so on and so forth. Going by these questions for each section will help you with the culminating assignment, which takes me to the last thing I wanted to discuss. Your culminating assignment. Along the way, I've been encouraging people to stick to MLA, because next year, if you take English 4U, you will be asked to write several papers in MLA format. That's the English format. Whereas, say, for instance, Chicago format is history, or APA refers to the sciences. So you really want to read through these. I am a stickler for form, and what I mean by that is forming your essay in this format. So if you go to how to write an essay, an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion. What this does is carries the reader through your ideas fluidly. So follow these PowerPoints. I strongly suggest you read over them. And then you'll come to your final. So essay prompt and example. This is the essay prompt that you want to read, and you want to follow these. So you're going to develop a thesis based on this and format an essay with an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion, as I already stated. Include your outline. You are being marked on your outline. It's worth a portion of your final mark. It's worth actually a big portion. So do a rough draft first. You will have to submit this portion. Go over your work, edit it, re-edit it. If you want me to read over your thesis, send it to me. If you have a rough draft of your thesis, and it won't be considered your rough copy, it'll just be considered me, say, as a friend looking over your work and helping you out. So feel free to take that advantage. If you have any questions or concerns about the remainder of the course, please email or contact me, especially with regard to full disclosure. And I'll be posting something in the news feed a little later on. So good luck.